Hello. Let's first open Google Classroom on your Chromebook and find the assignment called Digital Text Excel Module 1 and open it. And once you have that open, it should look like what I have on the screen now. And this is the first part of Microsoft Excel. Hopefully you watched the introduction video, and that was the magic of Excel. Our objectives for this are here in the middle of your page, page 1. And then if you scroll down, you'll be able to follow along and complete the assignment as you listen and watch the video. You can always refer to this textbook. So let's get started. Keeping the textbook open, on your desktop, I would like for you to click on the icon that looks like this. It is green, like a green square, and it has a white X in the middle. And it looks like you're opening it up and it has Excel spreadsheets on the inside. So click on that and open it. I'm going to expand that instead of restore down. I will maximize that window so I can see everything. Just to recap from the introductional video, this is a chart and this is a cell. If you go across, you have rows. If you go down, that is your column. And each individual rectangular box in our spreadsheet is a cell. And each cell has its own name. For example, this one, if I zoom in, maybe you can see better on your Chromebooks, your little Chromebooks. This one is cell A1 because we always say the column letter first, or letters, and then we say the number. And then this would be D4. Okay. If you're following along with the textbook, which I highly recommend, let's go ahead and turn to page 5. We're going to enter some text. To enter the worksheet titles, let's go ahead and save this Excel spreadsheet. So go to File, Save As, and then find your name. I'm going to browse for my name. And you should go to Computer 1 and then find your Excel folder. And I'm actually going to put a new folder in that folder, and I'm going to call it Module 1. And now let's save this. All you have to do is click on this one time, the file name, and it turns it blue. And then you don't have to click the delete button, and you don't have to, if you clicked here, you don't have to backspace all the way through. If you just click on it and turn it blue, then all you have to do is start typing. So we're going to name this file Creating a Worksheet and a Chart. Creating a Worksheet and a Chart will be the name of this file. And if you noticed, I do not put spaces in between my words when I save a file name, and I always capitalize the first letter of each word so I can tell them apart. And that is for coding reasons that we will talk about more when you take my class next year in regards to computer science. Okay, so now that you've typed in creating a worksheet and a chart, click the Save button. And now you notice here at the very top of your page is the name of the file that we just saved and created. One thing that this textbook will do is they wait until after you've created a lot of work before they save it. But I feel that it is very good practice to always save your document as soon as you create it. And then that way, as you work, you can go and click this little icon in the top left-hand corner and automatically save anything that you've done. Let's click cell A1 to make that our active cell. And on page 6, type, it says, for red circle number 2, says type personal budget worksheet in cell A1. Red circle number 3, click the enter button to complete the entry and enter the worksheet title. Red circle number 4, click cell A2 to select it. Type monthly estimates as the cell entry. And oops, I just deleted it. Let me type it again. I was trying to capitalize the M in monthly, and I just ended up deleting everything. So let's try that again. Okay, monthly estimates for cell A2, and click enter to complete the entry and enter the worksheet subtitle. And now we are on page 7. We're going to enter our column titles. So click cell A3 to make that the active cell and type income. Page 8, red circle number 2 at the top. Press the right arrow key, which is located beside your number keypad to the right, and it should advance you automatically to cell B3. And we will continue with red circle number 3, which says repeat steps 1 and 2 to enter the remaining column titles, and that is January in cell B3, and then tab over, and in cell C3, oops, we don't, yeah, cell C3, type February, and we need to go all the way to December. And so you could actually tab over to cell D3, E3, F3, G3, H, etc. to December, or we can do our little trick where we can let Excel do that for us, where just select cell B and hold your mouse down and then go over to cell C3, so B3 and C3, and then that tiny little box in the bottom right hand corner of cell C3, and in my case it's a little green square. Just grab onto that after your mouse turns into a black skinny crosshair. Click on it, hold down your mouse, and then drag over, and you can see that we're at June, July, August. We need to go all the way to December, and then stop and release it, and it puts it in there for us. Now in cell N3, we want to type total. Let's go ahead and click save so we don't lose any of that. Now click cell A8. So I'm just going to scroll back over cell A8. And it says repeat steps 1 and 2 to enter the remaining column titles. And that is enter expenses in cell A8. Let's tab over to cell B8 and type January. And it looks looks like, we're going to be doing the same thing. So let's just go ahead and click on cell B8 and drag that over again all the way to cell M8 to December. And then in cell N8, type total. Now let's click save so we don't lose any of that. And we are now going to turn to page 9. Click on cell A4 and type wages. And then click on cell A5 or press your down arrow key. And we're going to continue to enter our row titles. So our rows go from left to right. And the titles of those rows will be in column A. So go ahead and type dividends in cell A5 and in cell A6 type rent. Then in cell, wait a minute, hold on, delete what is in 6. Okay, sorry, income, wages, and dividends. And then we need the total. Yep, so in A6 type total. Okay, now we're going to talk about our expenses. So in A9 type rent, because we spend our money on rent. And then in cell A10 type food. And in cell A11 type tuition. And then in cell A12 type books. Looks like we are a college student. Tuition and books. Then in cell A13 type entertainment, because it's not all about work, work, work. We gotta have some fun too. And in cell A14 type gas. Oops, nope, not yet. Type car payment. Then in cell A15, let me just scroll down a little bit so we won't get covered up. So in cell A15, type gas as one of our expenses. And then in cell A16, type miscellaneous. Then A16, and then in A17, type total. Then go down to cell A19. Oops. So we're going to skip a row here. And then in cell A19, type net. Okay, click save. And we're going to stop at this point for part 1, and then we'll continue on with the next video.